Okay, seriously? How awesome is that? Just look! Doing constant, really well done backflip recoveries that use the clutch claw as an anchor point to grind into the ground. Do you want to know how to make this happen? Yes. Well, look no further. Let's obtain, test, and explore two incredibly unique skills that are now available in Iceborne. Well, granted, one of them was available as a feline skill all along, but now you can have it in a more permanent fashion. I am talking of the two headpieces that you get from Arena, and each of them then offers something fantastic. So these are the helmets in question: the Showman earrings for Provoker and the Acrobat earrings for safe landing. So beginning then with Provoker. Now this, as I alluded to at the start, was a food, well, still is a food skill, Feline Provoker, and you'd be forgiven for thinking this makes monsters more likely to target your cat. It actually makes monsters more likely to target you, which is exactly what the skill on the headpiece does. It's just permanent. Come on, I want you to do it, I want you to do it. Come on, hit me. Come on, hit me. Come on, hit me. Hit me! Which, as you can imagine, has some interesting implications. Depending on its potency, you can quite well rock up in a tanky guard lance set with this on your noggin and literally be the tank. Have the monster focus on you while everyone else just, well, kills it. But the question, of course, then, is just how potent actually is this? Well, we did a lot of testing, and I mean a really large amount of testing, which involved standing at the opposite sides of the arena, just chilling, taking no actions, and just measuring who the monster went on most. Obviously, it went on the person wearing the Provoker helmet, but how much more than the person not wearing it? Well, I will save you the pain that I went through, going through so much footage, painstakingly counting every single attack, who it was against, and then comparing it. It basically boils down to you are twice as more likely to be the object of the monster's ire if you are rocking Provoker. So essentially, the monster is, alright, I wanna fight someone! There is 4 people! So instead of a 25% chance to go on each, which you'd imagine is the basic way it's done, obviously that is simplifying things a lot. When you take Provoker into account, it's more along the lines of 20-20-20-40. So you can see how it adds up. In this 2-player testing environment, for every 2 attacks made against the Provoker person, well, the non-Provoker only received 1. So, yeah, there is a lot of potential here. It's quite an interesting skill to be able to constantly have, and definitely I could see some attempted tanky shenanigans. But
now for something completely different.
Acrobat earrings, safe landing. This is just purely cool. Allows you to quickly recover from heavy attacks that blow you back and you have your weapon unsheathed. So that's a mouthful, and it really could apply anything from that wording, but it's on the money enough. So you know when you get smacked by something and you end up spinning across the ground and rolling onto the floor and you're lying there and you choose when to get up? Well, that no longer happens when you're wearing this. In fact, whenever you get hit, you instead do this really neat little flippy recovery animation. And you might be there thinking, well, doesn't that just make you instantly attackable again? You're just throwing away all of your floor invincibility to look cool? And what you might not realize is,
that's exactly right!
But there is definitely some benefits to the, well, acrobaticness. Firstly, you still do have iframes. During the little slide back, you are not hittable, so you can work with that. But chiefly, and secondly, at least in a multiplayer hunt environment where you're not going to constantly be the target, what you're gaining here, at least when hit from heavy attacks, is the ability to get back in and fight faster. There is less recovery time and therefore less downtime. So the time between I've just been hit and I'm hitting the monster again is very much reduced with this skill active. Now, you will be knocked back almost the identical distance, and you will keep your weapon out once you have reached the other side. It's not really the biggest advantage on anything that isn't, well, the heavy attacks that really do send you absolutely flying. But on those ones, it really is nice to recover that lightning quick and start sprinting back in. It honestly gives me Valor Sheathing vibes from Generations Ultimate. Can you look at us go! It's back in there!
Yeah!
Oh! Oh, yeah!
Look at this! Look at Man, this is... I can see why you've been Valor for so long!
Which I find just brilliant. And really, there's not much else to it. It just does what it says on the tin. Makes you recover quicker, you look really awesome doing it, and you can just keep up the aggression with a little bit more ease. But it is genuinely fun, and with the amount of slots in it, you can kind of weave this into a fair amount of builds without sacrificing too much if you really want to be rocking this, and I kind of do for a lot of them. It is tangibly excellent on weapons or in situations where you get hit in the air. Normally it takes years to be back on your feet from that, but with this, it's a real jiffy. So take it as you will. That's where you get these two little skills from. That's how they work. And all in all, I'm really glad that they are, in fact, a thing. Like if you enjoyed this, subscribe for more, and I will see you soon. A good boy.
Rage Gaming with the video float.
But that's all that's really relevant at the mo, but I'm still gonna leave this up so you patrons know that I love you even though the outro's no longer that kind of relevant. But the new one's being worked on and it's gonna be a truly badass song, and don't worry, I won't be doing any rapping on it. I'm gonna go now. This was shit.